Greetings one and all, welcome to this wonderful Saturday afternoon. I'm the beautiful Challenger Mode Daniel, pleased to be bringing you some of the awesome action that we've had from this week's Corporate League Global Offensive. It has been the last matches of the week in the group stages, and several of these teams are fighting it out to get themselves their spots in the good old knockout stage of it. In this first game, we're going to be bringing you the action from Enzure versus Uptrail, and from what I've been told, this was an absolute baller match, so I am absolutely thrilled to be bringing this one over to you. Gonna cut on into the action for you now, and hopefully we'll be able to see some pretty crazy plays. We have just seen Uptrail winning out on the knife round, so they're going to be taking the counter-terrorist side, with Enzure here on the T side. Early buys, bit interesting. A double diffuse kit coming out from Uptrail, which is something that you don't often see. On the other side, though, Enzure going for this solid armor start and 4 players, with the flash and the smoke on Ari at the bottom there, who's going to be hoping to help them pull off a bit of an execute play. Absolutely thrilled to have you guys with us this evening. I know a lot of you have been asking about PUBG, and honestly, we would really love to be bringing you some of the PUBG action today. But the simple reality is that we're not going to be broadcasting any PUBG at the moment. The DreamHack tournament is being looked after by DreamHack themselves, and the action... Ooh, nice opening round from Viberg. Saw the man sneaking up behind him and found the headshot instantly. Will turn over and actually close out his second one now. Here comes Oof pushing through. Viberg has to go for the reload and puts in the Neo-style skills of Matrix Told as he finds himself the last one. Last player pushes through, up through Highway, and that one is finished off. Enzure secure themselves a fantastic opening round, and those 3 kills picked up for Viberg. Holy cow, it wasn't Viberg, it was flipping Freiburg style performance coming out from them just there. 1-0 start for Enzure. See them buying up. They've gone very SMG heavy. 2 UMPs, 2 MP9s. In response, we can see on the other side from Uptrail, 3 CZs and a Deagle in hand for TDG. But the opening frags have come down. The boost up onto the top of the crates has given Hooter a nice opening opportunity on Natty and EPM Anton. He's going to be going down. Flebus here, though, hiding behind the forklift truck, gets CZ in hand and manages to take down the player there, Viberg, who was the man of the moment in the last round. Huda, holy cow, predictive grenades round the corner, absolutely picks up a hella awesome one there, and that is going to be the very opening that they need to push through now onto this B site and make a plant. Smokes go down into the main entrance to the site just by tree. They still haven't smoked off or incendiaried up into hell though, so that's going to be a big difference. Nice flash onto the site though. Leauge goes up into heaven, does get taken down. Last player up now, still hanging out behind tree. Waiting, holding his timeout, holding angles. Oof here. Would really love to try and pick up, if not like the round itself, at least some exit frags from this team. Last grenade goes out from Makir here as he pushes it up into heaven. Oh, he's going to go the Leauge away. Oos played this one so nicely here. Sees the player come through, frags him down, repicks the corner, hoping to pick up one more, but he does secure 1 kill, and that's pretty important. Trying to make this as expensive as possible for this Enzure side. 3 of the players are going to have to rebuy now. We're going to see pretty much an eco round coming out from the Uptrail boys, and that will mean that they're able to buy in the 4th round. We do see Makir picking himself up the AK. 2 more SMGs picked up for the rest of the guys from Enzure. And this time they're playing it a little bit more slowly, taking up position in and around mid. But here comes this group push through, and they're just lining up for Freikel, who takes down 3 in a blink of an eye. Flebus and Anton, the last guys left up. They are going to push into it, but Makir's here with the AK. A nice grenade comes through. Anton, last man left up. They're going to aggress around the corner, spotting him out and spraying him down. And Sierra secured the 3rd round. And Freikel went on an absolute rampage rampage there, picking up a nice 3k for himself. Talking about threes, Enzure 3, Uptrail 0 here in this game here of Corporate League Global Offensive. Shout out to our amazing sponsors as well, Uptrail, HyperX, and Co-op GG for allowing us to make this happen. First buy round has now come out from Uptrail. One player is spotted crossing over into Checkers. Gets tagged down to about half health, as does Hooter though, with a spray down through mid. Nadi found wanting as Freichel manages to land the shot here, and we see Ari going into a trade here in mid. Does end up losing it, but we can see that the grenade was followed up from Hooter, which enables to secure himself a kill. Flebus dodges the flashbang really nicely there, looking away at the last minute, re-engages back on into the opposing player, and it's a 3 versus 3 now for these sides. The bomb currently holding out over towards A main, and we'll have to sit and see where they're going to choose to sit and play this one out. Flebus up on the side itself, bouncing the grenade off to try and block off this position. Now the team starts to push through. Flebus peeks from on the site itself, does find one, and actually drops the bomb whilst that's going down. Viber going to be the last guy left up, and he's over in A main at the moment. TDJ going on the full rotate around. You see the players spotting it in. Viberg does secure one, and the 2 remaining players are pretty low on health. Gonna drop the grenade over towards the back and finds the player behind Quad. This is an important one, and this is gonna free him up to be able to make the plant now. Last guy left up is TDJ. He's only on 23 health. He has got armor, but more importantly, he has got 1 flashbang, and the question is whether he's gonna be able to use that flashbang effectively. TDJ sneaking up here through highway, looks into the site, trying to check all of the angles. There he is! Nice spot by Viberg. Takes him down. 6th kill of this match so far, and Enzure managed to pick themselves up a hella important 4 round in something which looked very, very favourable for Uptrail. Viberg really showing his class so far here, not just picking up 6 kills to 1 death, but just his overall read of the game. And I think that was seen just simply from that beautiful, beautiful grenade over towards the back of the quad point here on the A site. Pop flash goes on into A main. Players turn away, but they're not going to find anybody at the end. Oh, Viber crosses over, and Natty actually lands a pretty nice shot from the pistol, but it wasn't quite the head, so he isn't going to be able to take him down quite as such. This is pretty much a heavy eco coming out from them. You see the players push aggressively around the core. Gear holds the frag and picks up a second one after revisioning himself and resetting himself up. Oh, one player pushes down through into the Z point. Is spotted out, and Ari is there to secure that one. Now it's all down to this last player up over towards the site, and this is probably going to be the decision for the bomb to get moved. Freichel takes up the position over towards the CT spawn as the players flood on into the B site. Ari with the bomb in hand, gonna make the plant, and the rest of the team will take up the close pan position. Flebus does land down some decent damage, make that a kill in fact from this Deagle pushing down through highway, but the rest of the players going to make their way around to him. Oh, gets another beautiful shot off, this time onto Makir. Makir tries to reaggress it, tries to get the flick with the Deagle, but doesn't quite land the damage there. Makes his way now over towards Quad, looks over into the entrance, holding the sights down towards the site, finds one more headshot with the Deagle. Does finally get taken down, but holy cow, one expensive round he made it for them. 2 beautiful little headshots coming out from that Deag, and ultimately Uptrail making it once again expensive for Enzure. Despite having this 5-0 lead, if you look at the cash situation for this team, it's not like they're massively, massively far ahead at the moment. You got 1 player on 5k, but Freichel himself's down to literally next to nothing. And they haven't really been able to accrue themselves or grow themselves any substantial leads at the moment. They do get the push on in. Oh, player pushes up through the boost point and gets taken down by Anton here. And at the same time, we see TDJ picking up a pretty important kill here with the Deagle over towards the B bomb site as well. It's going to be a 5 versus 3 now between Uptrail and Enzure. And Enzure are going to have to refocus, recalibrate, and reconsider what they're going to do if they have any hopes of planting and or taking this round at all. And Uptrail are going to be looking to try and make this their first one on the board. A little over a minute left on this round. players playing it very, very slowly, checking all the angles. But Uptrail, they're not playing aggressively. They know they've got the opening frags. And with these opening frags, they don't need to push aggressively anywhere. They just need to hold those angles and pick up the kills, play with the information that they're able to establish. And they do spot some information, and that's going to be Frykle pushing on through. Ari does secure himself a fantastic kill down through mid, just behind the sandbags though, and the team begin to rotate over towards B. Viberg here coming along in. Ari peeks in through mid, does get spotted out by Anton, and Anton now going to go through the push in through vents. We see Viberg, the last man left up. He has got the bomb in hand, but he is going to be in a situation where he's required to have a big old ask if he's going to be able to pull this round off. Does back away from the B site. That was his last known movement coming out from Enzure, so the player's going to be expecting or considering the fact that this play might be going somewhere else, but he's only got 14 seconds left on the clock. If he's going to do anything now, he needs to stop sneaking and he needs to start running. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. He's just simply running out of time. Not going to be able to find the plant here. Running out of time now. Timer times out. Uptrail finally going to get themselves off the board, and that was simply down to some fantastic opening frags picked up from both Anton and TDJ. Uptrail 1, Enzure 5 just here. In terms of this next round situation, we do see that Enzure were able to put together a buy, but they've spent down to next to nothing. On the other side, we got 4 ARs, and this time the Deagle's on the side of Uptrail in the hands of TDJ. One on the B side, one on the A side. 3 players currently playing in and around mid, one up in vents, one holding out Z point, and the other in and around highway. That gives them the opportunities for flexibility if they want to move and reposition in and around the site. But it does mean that they need good information. Players does get spotted. Flebus drops down a beautiful, beautiful incendiary. That's going to slow the aggression down. Viber gets taken out by mid, by Anton in the meantime, as we see Frykle push through the fire. Might have Toasty Toes, but he's still alive at this point. Fires a crazy, crazy headshot. It's going to allow the team to get up onto the site. Frykle's got the bomb in hand and is going to go for the plant now. Anton waiting out, sneaks in through, spots the player behind the forklift truck, but isn't able to take out the kill. Now it's just going to be down to Oof and TDJ. Oof is here, knows that there's a player behind the forklift and is playing with the smoke to see what he can find out. Incendiaries go in over towards the back of the site. This is going to try and force them to move out, and they do manage to torch one down. It's just going to be Huda left up now on his own. He's over in A main, waiting for the players to come through. One player disappears behind the quad and gets taken on down, but there's the AWP from TDJ. TDJ picking up a massive, massive 4K in that round, and Uptrail gonna go for the defuse here. Don't know if he's quite got enough time. Does just have enough time. Uptrail secure themselves a second round. It was a bit of a squeaky, squeaky bum moment just there for TDJ. It was crucial that he was able to sit and secure that one out. And we do see Uptrail finally get themselves the ball rolling. If we pick up the charts, you can see that at the moment, Natty and Oof having a bit of a slow start, but the guys in TDJ and Flebus at the moment being absolutely huge for this team. Oh, TDJ doesn't land the... Oh, does land the Deagle shot. That's absolutely crazy. I thought he missed that one out. Oof now repositioning. Finds a crazy, crazy headshot and gets information on the next player as well. Player rotates down through from checkers and finds security. But it was all a bluff. The player with the bomb was over on A site, but wisely Uptrail left a man there. Was able to secure it down and sat and blew it out. Juppin says, which matches will you broadcast today? Juppin, honestly, I'm going to decide based on how each match goes. I was told this one was an absolutely crazy, awesome match, so I chose to do this one. If you've got a specific one that you would like to see broadcast, let me know and I will do it afterwards. Oh, Anton finds the player in the boost point, and one pushes through the smoke in mid as well, and is able to transition over to there with a Farmass. 2 important opening kills in Ari and Huta, but Viberg, Frykle, and Makir are still up and available. We can see that Makir is over with the AWP in the sunroom, looking over towards the B bomb site. The other 2 players still in garage, trying to get themselves some sort of control or understanding of mid, hoping for an aggressive play to come out from Uptrail so they can try and bring this back into a more even situation. Here's Frykle now, pushing up through A main, gonna peek the corner and see what he can find. TDJ still scoped in down through mid, and if Viberg peeks this, gonna lose the fight! Viberg goes down, TDJ picking that one up. Yoppin GHK says, Kappa bar matches, sure thing, man. I will do the Kappa bar match from week 5 after this one then. Oh, and Sentry goes down. Frykle has pushed in, got spotted out behind the forklift truck though. Last man up is going to be Makir. Did spot the player there at the back of the site though as he moved over. Chose not to pull off the clutch though. Flashes into it. I think Makir's been spotted out as well, and oof! To use those roadblock terms, that was an unbelievable little opportunity, and now Makir is going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. He is rotating and repositioning here in the checker's room to try and get himself out and not to get pincered from either side, but we can see the fact that the players are looking to sit and find what they can do. Makir pulls out the pistol and actually manages to transition that one over, finds himself another one as well. This isn't over just yet. Tries the wall bang onto Flebus. Flebus now pushing aggressively into it, scopes in, finds himself another one. The time is out, but holy cow, Makir closing out with 3 massive kills in that round. Once again, we talk about the importance of making rounds expensive, and that's exactly what he did. Taking out 3 people, it just doesn't let Uptrail boost up their economy, and like, you know, it leaves them with that risk of losing some rounds. Enzure 5, Uptrail 4. I was told this was a close match, and this is honestly starting to turn out to look as though it's going to be an epic one. Grenade over towards the top of the boost point. Makir tagged up a little bit, but actually manages to back on away before it does too much damage. Viberg here, pistol in hand, sneaking up over towards the sneaky as we see the rest of the team playing a little bit sneaky beaky of their own as they push up through towards A main. Still 5 versus 5, but the weaponry definitely in favor of Uptrail right now. The single AWP in the hands of Makir, and the rest of the players simply playing with pistols at the moment. Over at the back of quad, we can see Flebus gets the information of 1 player in A main at the very least, but was spotted out by himself. Chooses to hold on to the incendiary, which surprises me a little bit. It's been a play that he has been making a lot so far, but Makir opens the round up pretty nicely just there with the AWP, finding himself a kill. And see a grenade come on through, but Anton is there to trade it back on over. Whilst all that's going on, we see that Flebus has finally picked up the kill over towards the A-bomb site as well. Frykle tries to push through, does manage to get himself back the AWP. Actually, no, I think the AWP has been picked up by Makir already. Over here in the B-bomb site, though, we can see Hooter, sneaky as you like. Soft steps, walking around. Gonna find himself the player on the B-bomb site. And it'll be interesting to see whether that causes a fast rotation. They're now in a 3 versus 2. In a round that they really have no right to be winning. Frykle steps over, secures himself an M4 to go into his hands. TDJ can see what he can find. Does find himself Hooter with the pistol. And he goes down. It's going to be a 2 versus 2, but the bomb's being planted. And we're going to see the guys from Enzure take up their post-plant positions. 1 behind quad, 1 over towards the forklift truck. 2 players pushing up towards truck right now. They flash bang the corner looking to see what they can find, but they haven't seen anyone yet. TDJ switches out to the pistol, back to the AWP, holding the angle, looking for a head, looking for a piece of arm or body. Now they do. Try and push aggressively through onto the side. They found the player in behind quad. Do take him down, but Frykle's there with the M4 to sit and take that one out. Enzure pick up 6 round, and holy cow, that was a hella close one. Anton in chat says HP question mark. Viberg says 20ish, and I think you're absolutely right, mate. I think it was about 20 HP. Holy cow, this one is looking as though it is going to be an absolute barn burner. See the 4 spy coming out from Uptrail this time. 2 pharmacies, an M4, CZ, and the AWP in the hands of TDJ. On the other side, Enzure, having won that last round, have bought themselves up fully. We see AKs and AWP, pretty much full armor and utility. Frykle missing a helmet, but as with all good World War II movies, everyone knows that the lead character doesn't wear a helmet anyway, right? TDJ takes the sneak. What a flick. takes down Viberg and is such an important player for this Enzure team as well. With that man off of the cards, it's going to be a problem. Flebus has been traded out over on the A site though, so we'll have to sit and see how this one plays out. Oof does get spotted in. We see grenade tossed in towards the back of the site. That does a bit of damage onto Oof as well. But still we see the Enzure spread massively all over the place on this site. Player pushes out of A main, gets taken down. The interesting one at the moment is the position of Freikel. But TDJ is not one for messing around, he says. Look, boys, I got myself the AWP and I've got myself the reactions of a cat. Flick straight on over to him and secures himself an important kill. Last two players up for Enzure, making their way over to the B site at the moment. There is only one player on the B site and it is Oof. So we'll have to see if Oof is able to stop this storm of activity heading in his direction. With 16 seconds left on the clock, they're going to need to make a position. They're going to make a move for it now. Otherwise they're going to be simply out of time. Oof aggresses off from the back of the site, but does get traded on down. It's really important that Ari gets in on the site, pumps on in the numbers and gets the bomb planted down. Anton drops on out of vents, does spot the player on the site. Only one lapped up and Anton laps him up as well. And we're going to see the defuse coming on in. Uptrail going to secure themselves their 5th round. And the last few rounds you can see have been bouncing back and forth between these two teams. And Zero got themselves off to a beautiful 5-0 start before we saw this 4-round comeback from Uptrail, and now it's been Uptrail and Enzure Uptrail. Hard to say who's winning or who's losing at this point. It's so back and forth between these teams. I'm going to see Enzure this time forcing it out. 4 AKs and the CZ picked up for Ari. Uptrail, on the other hand, they're the ones with the AR and the AWP advantage this time. But we saw what that meant in the last round. This time it's going to be a fast 5-man push coming out from this Enzure team. Incendiaries, grenades go on down. Smoke into the back of the site as well. She's going to slow them down. And beautiful flash slows down the team as well. Natty here by Tree, looking past the smoke, is doing some work. We see that the bomb actually gets dropped off on the back of the site. Player pushes up through in from vents, and Huda finds himself all on his own. I mean, that was just a fantastic team play by Uptrail. As you can see, it's a single kill apiece for Natty, Anton, Oof, and TDJ just here. This was not a situation where we see, like, you know, one player just picking up everything. The reality is that everybody was on point with regards to what was going on there. Curiously, the kill onto the player running up onto the site has resulted in the bomb getting dropped on top of one of the crates, which frankly would have been a bugger to pick up anyway. But nonetheless, Uptrail do secure themselves the round 6-6 as we head into round 13. They say round 13 can be an unlucky number, and the team that are feeling pretty unlucky at the moment are Enzure. They're the ones having to go with this pretty much eco round, and I suspect we'll see a fast pistol push coming out from them. And at the moment, I think they've chosen the site pretty effectively. Flebus is over on the A site on his own with one player in the highway at the moment who can rotate over towards the A site if needs be. Oh, this grenade's going to do so much work. Look at what he's done to the team. He's literally dropped the team to half health with a single grenade. Viberg goes down. Mikhail goes down. Freikel goes down. Huda and Ari join the club. Anton and Flebus have just demolished that team in a split second. And that is the power of a single grenade onto unarmored targets. They just got absolutely wrecked and shreked right now. Uptrail pick up round 7 to Enzure's 6 as we head on into round 14. There is a buy now coming up from Enzure on the back of that eco, and we'll have to see what they're able to do with it. This time they are choosing to slow play a little bit more, spread themselves around, one over towards A main, one in the light box over towards B. Tosses in a grenade over towards A main. Doesn't land on anybody. Huda, oh, nice opening frag comes out from Huda. Takes down TDJ in the Z point. Now holds the spray down towards Anton behind sandbags. But Anton wins that trade on out. Picks himself up a kill of his own. Now it's Makir peeking into the B bomb site and taking some shots into Natty over in the heaven position. Still spread all over the map, though, in a 4 versus 4. Though Uptrail's health totals are starting to get depleted slowly but surely. Anton quiet behind the forklift truck here. Got his ears open, listening for those footsteps, listening for those movements, trying to get a read on where the players are. There's 40 seconds left up in the round right now. And, oh, this could be a good grenade over towards Oof. He's coming down to about half health. Decides to peek, but actually does get traded on down as Makir is able to close it. But Natty once again there with the refrag back on over. Difference now for Uptrail versus Enzure is simply health totals. Not a single player on this Uptrail team is over half health at the moment. We have to see what they can do. But Flebus is like, I don't need lots of health, but I've got action. Freichel does trade one back over. And now we're into a 2 versus 2. Viberg drops into the back of the site now, plugs in the numbers. We're going to see Enzure with the bomb plant. Freichel finds one more. Fleber's going to be the last man left up now, over towards Tree, looking in towards the B-bomb site, seeing what he can find. Players look to see what he does. Does spot Freichel over towards the back here. Tries to shoot to pull out a peek, but Freichel's just holding the angle. He knows where Flabus has to go, and this is a smart play for him. There he is, pulls the trigger, finds the kill, and Enzure managed to close that one out as well. 7-all now. We're heading into halftime, and you know what they say at halftime, or at least what I say in every single match. Spend it all, boys. Spend it all. And spend they well. Uptrail putting together 4 M4s and an AWP in response to Enzure's Cinco AK-47s. Pretty good utility from both teams here. So Uptrail will be able to hold back the aggression from Enzure. Equally, Enzure should be hoping to try and put themselves together some form of execute play if they want to. I can see that Schnorkel Fashion has joined us in chat. Shout out to you, Philip. Thanks for joining us this evening. TDJ tags up his own teammate just there, but makes up for it with a crazy, crazy AWP shot onto Ari, and that's going to bring it back into a 4 versus 4. I kind of feel like this has been the story of this game. So damn even between the teams and what they've been able to put together right now. Do see one player with the bomb over in A main. Gonna try and peek the corner here. And Viberg needs to be careful because there's an AWP just waiting on the angle. And there is TDJ once again. Second time of asking. Second shot found. Oof. Peeks up over on the B site and tags up one of his opponents there as well. But it is going to be a 4 versus 2. This is a big ask now for Enzure. Makir and Freichel. Freichel's got himself into the back of Cash. Looking to see back of Cash. Back of Checkers even. But they know he's in there. And look at them wall bangs coming through. Natty absolutely tags that one up. Makir going to be the last one left up. He has got the bomb in hand, but oh my god. Got a lot to do at this stage now. Players swarming all over him. One up in heaven, one coming through hell, one on the site itself. TDJ motoring down through spawn at the moment over towards the connector point to see if there's been any rotation. Makir does find one kill, but finally gets taken out by Flebus as Uptrail closed the round 8 rounds to 7. After that beautiful 5-round start coming out from Enzure, Uptrail being able to drag it back into what is pretty much even Stevens in the whole scheme of things. 8 rounds to 7. Gonna see Uptrail now jump on to the T side. I do feel as though the T side pistol is advantageous to Uptrail, just simply because of the fact that you can all swarm one site together and really, really give yourself the numbers advantage. But what we do see is a bit of a split here. Fairbas going over towards the B bomb site, and 3 players pushing up through A main. Very even split from Enzure. 2 on the A site, 1 in the highway, and the rest of the team over towards the B bomb site. Levis is going to find himself Hooter, and Hooter gets taken on down. Opening frag picked up there, and now we'll start to see the rotations coming into play. Still plenty of flashbangs up and available for Uptrail if they want to do that, but armor advantage definitely in favor of Enzure right now. Re-rotate coming back in from them now onto the A site. We have to keep our eyes peeled for what the player behind quads can do, and Ari has all of the answers, it would appear. Does drop the bomb carrier and picks up 1-2 boot to go alongside it, and Viberg comes up with the USP, finds the player behind forklift. Now the question is going to be Viberg and Makir, what can do? Viberg finds himself one more. Another player gets dropped at the back of the site from Makir, and they step up to make the defuse. It's going to be a all, and as if this couldn't be any more close, we're going to literally be evening things up straight away, and Zero going to be able to close out their second pistol round of this game, and they'll look to try and convert that one even more so now as they decide to buy up. We're going to be curious to see where they go in terms of this buy. Because the bomb plant, I would suspect we're going to see an eco from Uptrail this round, and then potentially a full buy in the next one, which is slightly different from what you would often see in an instance where there hasn't been a plant. But it is going to be solid SMGs across the board coming in from Enzure. 5-man push coming out from Uptrail here. Slowly but surely over towards this B-bomb site. There's a player up in heaven, one over towards the back of the bomb site. Here comes the push. Opening shots come on in. Viborg manages to secure one. Going to be looking to transition this spray onto more players now. Switches to pistol, but does finally get taken out. So it isn't the ideal solution by any stretch of the imagination. They haven't got any grenades on the site either, so the rest of the team going to come on in now. There's the one grenade left on up. Makir does manage to secure it down. Flebus and Deuce run at the back of the site. Does get spotted out and taken. Last player on the back side of the site. Makir finds the shot with the SMG. And they're going to step forward and make the defuse. And Enzure will pick up this round. But it has been expensive. They lost 2 players here. Viborg and Hooter. And Uptrail this time. They are going to be buying. AK, 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 AK. TDJ was thinking long and hard about the glass hammer AWP then, or whether he goes for the AK, but chooses in the end to go for the AK. On the other side, SMG retained by Hooter, 3 M4s, and Makir holding on to the all-important AWP. We'll be looking to see what he can manage to pull off with that. But there's the answer. Absolutely nada, as Nadi picks himself up that kill down through mid, and Uptrail secure themselves mid control right now. Flebus playing it slowly, looking to see what he can find. Tosses the grenade in. I think he was trying to get a read if there was a player that had played aggressively up towards Cash, but that grenade would have certainly done a lot of work with regards to that. Going to see an execute play coming out onto the B-bomb site here. Smoke's going to come out from Flebus, as well as the Enzure, which is going to be over towards the back of the site. Now the rest of the team come flooding on in. It will, of course, this player to move. They do find him. It is going to be Viborg going down, and this is going to allow them to get up onto the site and make the plant. The rest of the team begin to rotate over. Freikel, Hoot, and Ari. Ari choosing where he's going to be playing. Going to find himself. Oh, wow. I thought he was going to get himself well and truly caught out, but what a fast response coming out from him. Manages to pick up that kill. Brings it back into a 3 versus 4. But Ari is low, and Freikel himself is on half health. Rest of the team now starting to look on in. Huda holding the angle with that AWP over towards the back of the site as Freikel drops in the Enzure, spots the player moving across. It's going to be a question of what they're going to be able to do. Freikel up in hell. Huda steps on through from tree, gets taken on down in the hell door. Bomb going to be exploding, and we can see the rest of this Enzure team running away as fast as their legs will carry them. One last frag picked up as we do see Freikel able to take down TDJ, but ultimately the round going in favor of Uptrail. They bring it back to 9-9 in the first full buy of this game. And holy cow, could this game be any closer right now? They told me it was a good game, but I didn't have any idea that this game was going to be just this even. Uptrail versus Enzure putting on an absolute show for you guys right now. And honestly, I gotta say, it's a thrill to be playing, just a thrill to be bringing this to you. Levis going to get taken down for this fast push from this side. Anson holds the angle though and takes one more down. It is going to be a 3 versus 3 now. ARs versus ARs. Freikel comes in to the assistance of his teammate, finds one more. That's going to be Natty taken down. TDJ, the last man left alive right now. He is in garage. Gets spotted out. Array finds the kill, drops the bomb, and Enzure once again return to winning ways. If we pull up the scoreboard once again, you'll see how utterly back and forth it has been since round 9. Teams seem to be trading rounds back and forth at the moment. The longest string of victories we've had since round 9 has been 3 picked up by Uptrail, but right now, like, it's hard to get a win bonus or get a losing round bonus going for these teams. They just trade these rounds back and forth, back and forth. Force buy coming out from Uptrail. We can see a bit of a mixture, to be honest with you. Pistols, 1 SMG. Galil picked up for Natty. On the other side, Enzure looking a lot happier as far as weaponry is concerned. But in this game, that's been nothing to sing home about. Okay, about to get Gress down too, but he does get spotted out and taken on down. TDJ dropped from this team. Viberg pop flashing into the corner. Makir. That is dirty, son. That is dirty. Finds himself Anton as well now with this AWP. 3 players left up. One, which I think is over towards the boost point. Levis trying to get the pistol shots down. Does manage to secure the kill onto Hooter. Will be disappointed with not being able to pick that kill up himself. But Viberg is there to back his teammate up. Oof. The last man is found out. Huge 4K picked up from Makir in that round. And Enzure take themselves into 11-9 lead. Back in an eco situation for Uptrail. Enzure not rolling in cash, but not looking struggling at this point. Going to be a fast push coming out from Uptrail. This is realistically what they've got. They go into sneaky mode as they slowly step their way up the stairs into A main. There is a player stood behind the forklift. There's a player over towards the squeaky door. Players do come in. Nice boost position up here on the balcony. Does find 2. Make that 3. Nearly gets himself the 4th, but gets taken down in the end. We do see Makir up there with the AWP closing that one down. Natty trying to plant the bomb. Oh, grenade. Grenade. Pulling off a Kobe there from Viberg. What a grenade. Team step round to make the defuse, and that's going to bring it into 12 rounds to 9 now for Enzure. They've been able to endure the pressure coming out from Uptrail, get themselves a little bit of a lead here, and this is the biggest lead we've had in quite some time since the opening few rounds of this match. Super close one between Uptrail and Enzure. Enzure are going to be looking to try and really force this one out and pick themselves up another round right now, but Uptrail really want to break the back of this Enzure resurgence and get themselves running in an up trail of their own. Double AWP buy coming out from Uptrail this time, Flebus and TDJ. And they're both playing on opposite sides of the map. One looking over towards the B bomb site, TDJ just here looking over towards A main. The rest of the players sort of hanging out in and around mid, giving themselves options depending on where they're able to find these opening frags. Nothing too aggressive right now. Nice flash does allow Hooter to cross over from the checkers room back over towards the B bomb site. Going to be curious to see where they make this play now. They have got 3 players over towards B, but I do wonder whether it's going to be a bit of a fake and then potentially a play over towards the B bomb site. That's initially how my thoughts are feeling. The sentry goes on into the doorway of the B bomb site. That's going to slow them down. 40 seconds left on the clock. It's at this stage where Uptrail start to need to think about what is it that we're going to do. What's this play going to look like? Do you see the smoke? They have actually made a decision, and this time it is going to be the B bomb site. All of the incendiaries coming in. That was not the incendiary that he was looking for, though. Flebus doesn't find the shot up onto Makir up in heaven. Tosses out an incendiary instead, but does find the player on the site as Anton opens up his account. Flebus taking down Hooter as well, and they've got themselves up on. Anton plugs in the numbers, drops the bomb down onto the floor, and it's going to be a 3-man retake coming out from this team. Makir in problems, and Freichel's found himself in this awkward position over in vents. Head still showing. Flebus pulls out the pistol and finds that one. Makir and Are in absolute trouble now, and you can already see them starting to back off. They're thinking about maybe saving these for another day. If they're able to pick up some exit frags, fantastic, but I think the odds of them being able to retake now fairly slow. Harry does find himself a nice one all the way down through this mid towards tree. Oof secures himself 1. Harry last man left over at the top of highway on the A site. We start to see the rest of the team making their way towards him. The question is going to be whether he is able to make this one out. Just survives the round and is going to be able to keep himself up, but Uptrail put themselves into double figures now, 10 rounds to 12, and this one honestly could go all the way right now. Uptrail have decided that double AWP was good. They won the round, but maybe triple AWP is the way to go. Flebus, Oof, and TDJ now with these in hands if I'm honest with you, I'm not sure I agree with this triple AWP setup. I think it's super risky if they get behind, and get behind they have, as Oof has got himself found out by Makir. So the team now spraying on through. Huda gets flashed out, actually tags up his teammate pretty hard in that spray as well. TDJ doing what he's been doing all game. Super fast reaction times and landing those all-important shots. He does bring it back into a 4 versus 4, but TDJ is pretty low at this point. And the rest of the team start to back away and go for a little bit of a rotation away from this B bomb site. One on the B site, one in heaven, one just at the bottom of vents, and another behind quad on the A site. As now we see Uptrail and Co starting to push through. TDJ gets the boost up into mid. He's looking, scoping. They're looking to see what they can find. There is a player over towards this one side. Oh, Freikel! 1, 2, but wasn't able to close out one more. But now it's just Natty and Anton left up. They got 30 seconds left on the clock, so they've still got time to play with if they're able to pull something off here. And the question is going to be down to Ari. Ari tries to pop flash the corner, peeks away, going to slow them down. He isn't getting his toes burnt at the moment, so that's a real smart position to sit and hold himself up in. Spots the one player. That's going to give Natty the information he needs. Natty over towards this forklift. He has got the bomb in hand. He's got so much to do for this team right now if he wants to try and pull this off. Did hear the player cross around behind him. Oh, Ari plays that so well. Jumps back into the smoke himself. Here's the player crossed behind him and finds him on the re-rotate around. And Enzure pick up round number 13, Uptrail 10. And honestly, that was such a smart play by Ari. Fantastic way that he just read the passage of play and how it would be best to do, using the enemy smoke to his advantage. And that's going to give themselves, once again, just that edge closer to being able to pick this round up. We do see a fast aggressive play coming out from this side over onto the B site though. And they pick themselves up 2 opening kills onto Viberg and Huta. Plant goes down. It's going to be a 3-man retake asked for Enzure. We do see Ari push through the vents itself. 2 players sat waiting on in for him. Nice grenade goes on up into the site, but doesn't quite land actually. He throws it off of the door pillar. Half idea. Freikel there does get tagged up pretty hard, but trades the kill back on over. Finally gets taken down as Anton picks himself up a double in that round, and Uptrail put themselves up to 11. And the back and forth game continues between these 2 teams. Honestly, both of them should be thrilled with their performances so far. Honestly, I think it's fair to say that this is probably the closest and best match that we've had in CLGO so far. The tragedy of this is that one of these teams, and I'll need to double check the scoreboards right now, but one of these teams I don't think is going to go in. They're in the same group as Sights. Sights, I'm pretty sure, won all of their rounds in this tournament. So one of these teams is tragically not going to go through. And it's going to be a big question to see what we're able to find. Anton, though, saying he sure as hell wants it to be his team as he picks up 2 important kills and frags down onto Makir with holy vengeance as well. Makir down to super low health. We'll have to see what they're able to do. Oh, Makir does repeat the corner and get some damage down onto Anton. Anton in the 2 versus 1 now. He's going to have to do a lot if he wants to pick this one up. Hasn't got it. Enzure secure round number 14 and edge themselves ever closer to this. Uptrail not in a great situation now. The question now is going to be Eco or Force. They got 2 players under the magic 2k number, and this is not ideal for them at all. A couple of pistols brought up, but Uptrail not got a lot to talk about. They're running into pretty much a full buy from this opposing team, and it's going to be a big old Uptrail climb if they have any hopes of being able to pull this one together. That is for sure. 11 rounds to 14 now. Anton and Co. pushing over towards the B-bomb site. Looks as though it is going to be a bit of a fast push. They find a kill over into checkers. That's an important opening gambit for this side. Able to pick themselves up a weapon as well, which is going to help this team. Got the Galil now and the M4. Viberg on the back of the site. Team push through aggressively. He is spotted out. Anton with the CZ secures that one as well. They do lose Natty and TDG in the process of this. Anton steps to the back of the site, puts in the numbers, and makes the plant. Nice grenade over the top. Going to be looking to try and do some damage on to Makir. Doesn't quite do as much as he had perhaps hoped. Reloads the CZ. Looking here. Oh, does try and get the peek up onto it. Finds the kill as well. It did. Does finally get traded down, but Freikel's left on his own. Flebus and Oof in a 2 versus 1. What's Flebus going to be able to do? Needs to try and tag something. Try and pull off some sort of play. Gets blinded on out. Still looking for this player, but now it is Oof left on his own. Repeaks once again. Oof with his deagle in hand. If he can find this shot, it might be enough, but the bomb is ticking down. They're running out of time. There's not going to be enough time. Uptrail managed to pull this one off. It's an incredible round. Oof manages to delay the defuse for long enough with that deagle, and Uptrail pull off a crazy, like pistol round win against a full buy from Enzure. And look at the impact of this. Uptrail have got cash to spend. 2 Galils, 2 AKs, armor, little bit of utility. Now it's Enzure who are in the position where they just haven't got anything to back up their mouths. They're on the pistol buy, and this could be Uptrail getting back on into this. I don't think it's over by any stretch of the imagination. Enzure go for this 5-man pistol rush, but they've chosen the wrong direction. They push aggressively through B, and meanwhile Uptrail are all together over on the A site. Bomb goes down. They're going to take up this post-plant position. Fleber spots the 3 players pushing up through this highway zone. Makir finds some headshots, but does get tagged up pretty badly. Now it's going to be Ari taken down. Freikel's the last man left. Sneaks through sneaky, but not sneakily enough as he gets tagged on down. Uptrail 13 and 0-14. Holy cow. Is Uptrail going to begin a little bit of a comeback here? Might we see Uptrail able to secure this one out after all? Enzure feeling the pressure. They've gone for the buy. 2 M4s and 3 pharmacies. They're running into 5 AKs. The utility from Enzure is there as long as they use it sparingly. But this is all going to be about frags. It's all going to be about opening kills, understandings, reads, checking corners, the classic minor things within this game. If you do them well, you pick up wins. And there was the checking that I was talking about. Makir's head is spotted out. Bahuda at the back of the site does manage to trade one back over as Flebus gets taken down. The rest of the team aggress up onto the site, and this is going to give them the option to make the plant. Ooh, nice little incendiary up into the vents. Is going to stop Viberg pushing through. Gives him the freedom to not get whited out by that flashbang as well. Shoots on into the vents now. Viberg needs to be careful here. He's getting fragged up pretty heavily with the wall bangs up through the metalwork here. Viberg pulls out flash number 2. Pops it in. Goes aggressively down into it. Oh my god, what a pickup! It was unreal from Oof. He manages to take down Viberg here. There's Freikel and Ari left on their own. Now the problem they've got, if they lose this round, they're going to be absolutely nowhere weapons wise, so the 2 players sensibly in some respects choose to back on a whale. Uptrail are going to pull this back. It's going to be 14-14 after this round, and this could honestly be anybody's at this stage. This is an incredible match. God, I was told it was exciting. I had no idea it was going to be this good. I wanted to cast 3 or 4 of these tonight, and after this one, I don't know if I'm going to have any voice left at this rate. Talking about kills, let's just take a moment. Makir, 30 kills. Anton, 29 kills. We got a 30 bomb in this match, and potentially we're going to see a 30 bomb on the other side as well. We'll have to keep our eyes open for this. 4 players pushing up over towards this A main site. But here comes the guns. 1, 2, 3. Anton takes down 2. Natty and TDG on the set themselves. Makir trying to find some beautiful pistol shots with this USP over towards the back of quad. But the bomb's gone down. He's in the 3 versus 1. No armor. Not a lot of health. No weapons. And grenades flying in his direction. Kobe number 2 of the game as we see the nade come out from Natty. He takes down Makir, and amazingly, after all of the excitement coming out from Enzure, Enzure is actually Uptrail, who have found themselves match point. Enzure, they have got a bye together. 4 M4s and an AWP. They need to win this round to take it to overtime. There's going to be Uptrail looking to cause the bit of the upset here. Oh, Deagle fires out, but he only finds the leg of Flebus. Drops him down to 5, but that is enough for Flebus to do his job here. And his job is this utility up onto the site. Incendiary goes down. Smoke goes down. Going to see if the grenade follows out to boot as well. Or is this all a fake? Is it all a fake? There's 3 people over on this B site now. We'll have to see whether Uptrail are going to sit and find the repositioning over. Nice grenade onto the back of the site. Does a little bit of damage over to Viberg and McKeer, but it isn't going to take any of them down by any stretch of the imagination. As we see the Uptrail players starting to make a decision with regards to how they want to play this out. There is a player at the bottom of the vents. 2 players playing out over towards the site. Oof! Gets spotted out by McKeer as they take down Flebus, the low-life player, as well. But we're going to have to sit and see where this actual play is coming on out. Fast push coming out from the three remaining members of the Uptrail team. They take the player over towards quad, and this is going to give them the opportunity to make the plant. Last remnants of utility starting to come out from Natty, Anton, and TDJ. We can see the incendiaries and the smokes coming on into play. Grenades refragged and refired back on out, but McKeer gets taken down by one of his own. Natty with another fantastic grenade. We might have to start calling him Nady the way that he has been playing so far. Viberg and Hooter, 2 versus 3. The question is whether these guys can pull it back together. Viberg spots one player over towards the main part of the site. Grenade goes into the back of the site. TDJ is taken down low. Viberg gets on the aggressive, does manage to pick it up. It's going to be a 1 versus 1. It goes for the defuse, doesn't hold it, gets the kill, but is he going to have time for the defuse? He's not! It's unbelievable! Uptrail have managed to pull off this victory, and it is an absolutely crazy one. And Zero pull off an amazing 2 versus 3 retake, but there just isn't quite enough time for them to make the defuse. Uptrail win, and they take themselves through into the knockout phases. I have got the results up in front of me. Uptrail secure that victory and put themselves through into the knockout stage. And Zero, arguably one of the best teams within CLGO not to progress to the knockout stage. Holy cow, what a game. Honestly, I'm literally at a loss for words of what to say right now. Guys,